I do this for my culture, penny nickels in the sofa, mommy watching Oprah, daddy in the kitchen with the soda.
Okay, it's wood model for toys, it's not 3, buddy.
Welcome back. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. I am here. Yes. WM14.TV, World Model for Toys. Jordon'S World, ladies and gentlemen. By the music, you can tell I'm in one of those moods, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely that time. So anyway, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Episode 7. We're in here. I'm in here. You're in here. I know why you're here. I know why I'm here. You made it. You fucking made it. Yes. It is a beautiful day. I lost my voice, ladies and gentlemen. I know you heard me on the last couple. It was gone, and boom, hit me. Still trying to recover. I just felt like we got to get this out of here. Like, episode 7, we've been waiting. I know you've been waiting. I said every 4 days. You know, mistakes were made by me. I just kept talking. But in doing so, got a lot to say. So, if you made it this far, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you went back to listen to all the other ones, thank you. We're here to work. We're here to get things done. Yeah, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, on Apple, on Tidal, on Spotify, on all those things. Make sure you share. I know the last one was kind of crazy. I felt like I killed it on that one, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was pretty good. Really good. I think as we continue to do this, we're going to start finding the things that we see in people, like their powers and like the things that they're into, what they're not into, what they're willing to accept and what they're not willing to accept, especially when you can see it. So a lot of things I talk about on here, I want to go back to just so we know what I'm talking about. Like, it was like the number thing. I had to go back for the number thing so we know exactly what the number thing is. I know some of you guys can't believe your number. It's like, damn, I thought I was this, but I'm really not that. And it's cool. Like, it's supposed to happen that way because we're thinking about things we never thought about. So, in saying so, I know you may have heard me mention a few times that there's always deep, dark secrets and, there's power and, I hinted to enablers. Oh, the enablers. Man, this is going to be for you, man. So, as a disclaimer, I know we're 3 minutes in. This is your time to walk away. Stop it. If you thought the last one was crazy, it's going to get even crazier. You may look at people different. You may not even look at people at all. You may just look at yourself. And you may think to yourself, damn, what was I thinking? But hey, that's what we're here for. So again, as a disclaimer, please walk away. If you don't want to look at things differently than the way you've been looking at them, if you want to contest to change in your life, boom, this is for you. And you might want to walk away if you're not ready for it. So, within saying that, enablers. Yes, enablers. What is an enabler? An enabler is like someone who you may view in like high regard. You know what I'm saying? Now, not just anybody off the street. We're talking like, mom, dad, best friend, girlfriend, husband, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like any relationship that you hold dear with that person has some type of influence in your life to where if you were to say, hey, I feel like skydiving, they're going to say, hey, you think that's a good idea? Like, it's somebody who's going to kind of like challenge what you're planning to do. Those are like enablers. So they can either enable you to do good or enable you to do bad, and or enable you to like keep you at like the same little spot that you're at. And you don't even know who these people are. But after this podcast, episode 7, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan's World, you're here. After this episode, you'll be able to identify who is enabling you for good and evil. They say you're only as good as the company you keep. They say if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to leave the room. I just wanted to see where we're at. We're going to tiptoe down this hill because we don't want to fall. So, take it as you say, hey, I have a good idea. Scratch that. I wrote this stuff down. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. I believe, here we go. You're only as good as the company you keep. So, friends, right? Scratch friends. We're going to start at the basics, ground level stuff, okay? This is called the blueprint. Everybody has a blueprint. Everybody. This blueprint is like the internal workings of the person, like their favorite color, like things that they're into, things that they're not into, like all that type of stuff. So when that person and you meet, when you get to know each other, you're basically laying out your blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, at this door, I don't really like spicy food. Over here by the garage, I don't really like people who talk during movies. Little things like that. These are things that could help people understand you and help build a relationship based on what works for their blueprint. Now, let's drink some water on this. For instance, our friends should match us to a certain extent. You don't want to have a commercial building next to an apartment building, and it just looks kind of crazy. Though it does happen, and some of you may live there. I'm just throwing that out as an example. Kind of has to make sense. You're not going to have a residential home and commercial property. So, if I have a home in mind, just as me, my blueprint, a home, I could have friends who have commercial property or even nightclubs and or pet stores and or whatever. But at some point down the line, whatever you have on your blueprint has to match mine enough to where I'm helping you build on what you have and you're helping me build on what I have. Let that marinate for a minute. So, if your friend is into what you're into, then it's safe to say that it's hard for you to fall off because your friend has the same type of foundation that you have, right? Right. But, as I said before, I'm an enabler. If you have a booger in your nose, I'm not saying anything. Not because of you, because of my own deep personal problems. I'm going to let that marinate. Cool. A lot of you guys are saying, no, I'm not like that. If my friend has a booger in her nose, I'm going to say something. All right, cool. It's Jordan's World, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it gets crazy. Ladies, you're lying. You're not just saying everything and expressing yourself to your friends, because I tell you what, your boyfriend dick game is trash, but you still keep having sex with him, right? Yeah. True. Hey, fellas, head game trash, isn't it? Still gonna let her do it? Because you're not gonna say anything. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I went there. Yes, you're not gonna tell your best friend she stinks. No, you're not gonna tell your friend she's ugly. You're not gonna say any of these things. These are the things that we know people may have a problem with. And because we know that, our own morals would just say, nah, it's good. What does that mean? You know your friend stinks, right? You know you're about to introduce your friend to a friend that don't even know your friend. Instead of you saying to your friend, hey man, you might want to put on some DO, shit's getting kind of crazy. You tell the friend that you're going to introduce him to, you're going to introduce Stank Frank to, You go, hey man, you know my boy, he don't really do the hygiene. It's like, why not just tell that man that? This supposed to be your best friend. You can't even tell your best friend, hey, what are you doing? Just in life. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm helping you more than you're helping me, what am I doing? How do I grow? You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, it goes with, let's keep it simple. I have a friend, best friend. He doesn't mind me telling the story. I don't know, but I'm going to tell it anyway. He had a problem. This story, okay, cool. This is how we met, okay? And this goes back to my power about talking about people and all that type of shit. Guys, I'm going to be all over the place this time. Hope you're ready. I'm going for an hour and a half. So, my friend, this is the beginning of a friendship in power all in the same breath, if that makes sense. So let's start from the beginning. Cool. I moved to Sacramento. Was born in San Francisco. Moved out here when I was about 14. And keep in mind, enablers, ladies and gentlemen, enablers. So, boom, move out here. I'm like, got to go to a new school. I'm about to be in high school. Shit's going to be crazy. I don't know. Boom, get inside of the class. Get inside of the class. I'm scoping the place. I'm like, okay, it's kind of crazy. I'm not going to say nothing. I observe things, you know. I like to just watch, figure out what's going on. I don't really like to, you know what I mean, be all out in the open like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like behind the scenes. So cool. I'm chilling, you know, a couple of guys, you know, they're like, hey, what's up, man, whoop, 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 you know, like, yeah, whoop, 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 cool. I get up to go sharpen my pencil, and then, you know, this guy was like, hey, man, could you sharpen my pencil too? I'm like, oh, yeah, I got you. So I'm walking to the pencil sharpener. As I'm walking to the pencil sharpener, he goes to his brother. I didn't know who his brother was at the time, but he was talking to this other guy. Yeah, I made that bitch ass nigga sharpen my pencil. Boom. I can't act like I didn't hear it. I heard it. First day in school, I don't know what's going to happen. But I got to make an impression. I have to. Ladies and gentlemen, from the day of time for me, I have to make an impression. I don't know what it is. If I feel like I've been violated or disrespected or anything of that nature, it's like I go above and beyond so you can respect me. Nothing physical, nothing like that. It's just like whatever way you thought it was going to go, it's now going to go the other way. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So I'm sharpening the pencil. It's old school, so I'm winding it up. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. So bam, I get to his pencil. I'm sharpening it up, but like I'm scoping around to see who they making eye contact with. I hear them still laughing, so I'm thinking they're still talking about me. Based on my history, laughter, I got bullied, all that. You know what? I shoot from the hip. We just going for it. Bam. I'm walking back. Broke his pencil. Here go your pencil. I ain't sharpening shit, nigga. We all started laughing. Everything cool. Everything's been fine since then. There's moments, ladies and gentlemen. See, they didn't know their power. Well, he didn't know his. He didn't know that I ain't going for none of that shit. He just knew that whatever made him feel the need to come off like it was like something more than it was, like that was more important. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, fast forward. We're friends now for a few months, going on a year now. You know, rightfully so, you start hanging out with people. You know what I'm saying? Excuse the ice. You start hanging out with people. Hey, you want to go to the mall? Yeah, let's go to the mall. Bam, go to the mall. Now, I'm like, oh man, the shoe store's upstairs. He like, oh. But like, his face was like, I'm like, oh, like, why you saying, oh, like, you know, what's good? I don't like the escalator. I said, the escalator? I said, the escalator? He said, yeah, and I don't like the stairs. I said, the stairs? At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I could go back. Mind you, I was a bitch-ass nigga just a few days ago. It was a few months, a year maybe. I was a bitch ass nigga sharpening a pencil. Now it's time to get you back. Right here in my hand. I could tease you in front of everyone. Look at this 300-pound kid afraid of escalator. Ha 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 ha. And we all laugh. But because I knew how I felt, I'm not going to do that. It ain't even worth it. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you have to know when it's worth it. You have to know when to say something, when not to say something. Enabling. I could have killed him. I already shoot from the hip. I already get him out of there. But if he's afraid of an escalator, that must be a deep, dark thing inside of him to make him afraid. Who's afraid of an escalator? I'm not walking up the stairs. How are you afraid of an escalator? How are you afraid of the faster way? This is actually the way. They didn't even decide to make stairs. They skipped past that to do the escalator. All right, cool. Again, I have the power. I could have opened up a door for him that would embarrass him for the rest of his life. But instead, I thought about myself and how I felt in those situations. Because I'm not telling people my deep, dark secrets. He don't know what the scar is under my neck. I've been lying. I got shot with a BB gun. Something cool. Try explaining keloids to people. You can't. So it's like your skin just overgrows? Yes, nigga. I don't know what you want me to do. So cool. He doesn't want to tell me that, so I have to respect it. Because I know I ain't telling him anything. You're not supposed to tell people your deep, dark secrets unless you open up. Because once you open that door, to tell people how you feel and all that, it's like once you become vulnerable and you give that to the people who can enable good and or bad feelings and or actions, it's hit or miss. Your life can be altered forever. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Listen to this. Because I got bullied and I got made fun of, there's no way I could be made fun of today in this day and age. I got too much ammo now. I don't have the Power Ranger shoes. I tell people this from the rip. This is blueprint shit. From here on out, don't tell people about yourself. Tell them about your blueprint. This is what makes me me. I'm gonna let that marinate. We wonder why over and over people hurt our feelings. People have three options. Three options when you divulge your feelings. They have one. I lied. Divulging feelings towards an action. Hey, I don't like spicy food. You put too much paprika in my food. Now, you put paprika in my food. The next time, okay, I may not eat it. The third time, okay, I don't want to eat at your house anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm that person. I give you it's usually, if we go to a restaurant, the water tastes nasty, there's stuff on the fork. I gotta make Yelp reviews. I'm just never going back. Ever again. Every establishment. If it was one time at this store, if the store name is the same in another city, I'm still not going. It takes one time. So you couple that with understanding for the people that can enable. Again, these are people who have access to your feelings. You can't just say, nah, I ain't gonna mess with you anymore. But enough is enough. I knew my friend didn't like escalators, so what did I do? I found an elevator. But guess what? I don't like elevators. So there's the compromise. I tell you what, I'm less embarrassed getting on an elevator than you would be getting on an escalator. I'll do the elevator for you. Because it doesn't really matter to me as much as it matters to you. I'm an enabler. Either a good situation or a bad situation. All we have to do is pay attention. Oh man, my bad, I forgot. Cool. The 5th time, 8th time I go to the escalator with him, he ain't gonna want to go with me to the mall anymore. Which then means that's collateral damage. What is collateral damage? Collateral damage is when something is affected or altered because you couldn't do it the way it was supposed to be done. Again, it's like a double down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, I take my friend to the escalator. He goes, hey, I don't like escalators. I go, this is the fastest way. I'm not walking to the elevator. He's safe to say, well, this is why I would never do anything with you again, because you don't care. This is the 5th time, blah, 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 blah. I'm an enabler, for good or bad. You got a boog in your nose, you're on your own. But if you don't like, to go up the escalator, I got you. We're talking about patience. That's all it is. Patience. I used to have the least amount of patience. It's one and done, ladies and gentlemen. But once I realized what made me tick, what brought me back to these places, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know what's causing these feelings. And because I know, when I'm able to recognize myself getting to those feelings, I have to stop. But again, when you express yourself to someone for changed action, again, I'm all over the place, guys. Bird shit, deal with it, boom, 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 with my toys, all that. Don't forget to subscribe. So cool. Again, back to the hot food. If I decide no longer to eat at your house, you can't be mad at me because you can't stop putting the hot shit in the food. I don't need to stop being me, and you don't need to change who you are. Maybe the combination just ain't clicking. Grapes don't grow everywhere. And time again, we keep trying to put the apples with the grapes with the apples. If it ain't clicking, it ain't clicking. Steel sharpens steel. Fucking enablers. If you told me it was a good idea to do this, and I do it, and it goes wrong, you gotta eat that. You have to. Because I came to you because my back was against the wall. If I knew the answers, I wasn't coming to you. Again, you tell me all this other shit that I don't give a fuck about. Hey man, I don't think a flat top is cool. You get Beijing. Men, sorry, hey, I was full too. The Beijing ain't it. Oh, wait a minute. The microfibers, it ain't it. Jordon'S world, I'm sure, will mess up my political connects. I don't care. Man, you got the sharpest line. You could do it yourself with a ruler. Cool. You think you fresh the second day? No. That shit start breaking away. Men, I haven't heard men talk about their edges in so long. I don't think ever. Women don't even talk about their edges. You know it's a bad idea if women ain't doing it. Women will be the first ones to do something to their hair. Men, you're killing me with the Beijing. Ain't nobody told you. She ain't told you. She giving you the extra $10. But she's supposed to be looking out. And you know why she's looking out? I'm going to tell you why she's looking out. because she reaps the benefits. Yes, I said it on the last one. You're not going to tell me getting this stupid car is a bad idea because you keep getting rides and you don't want to ride in no Dodge Neon. Fuck no. Because your insecurities, you rather put me in harm's way. Yes, you use me for your benefit. Yes. Who's your friends? Who are your friends? Yes. Power. Your friends give you the power. You are only as strong as your friends' power. Now, if your friends are not using their power for good, guess what? You're going to use your powers for no good and or never develop any powers. If the person that's helping you get your powers, ask them who's helping get their powers. Because you can skip the middleman and move on. If you have been getting advice for the last 10 years and it's been the same advice, you need new friends. I'll let it marinate. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a friend. I'm not going to say any names or anything. I had a friend. He was living a certain type of lifestyle. I was living a certain type of lifestyle. The way I was living and the way he was living, it was like a conflict of interest. Like, you're putting me in a position and or a situation that I'm not ready for or I wasn't told about. Nobody told me these things. So a lot of the times, we're relying on our friends. We're relying on not just mom and dad. We're relying on little cousin, big cousin, friends at school, friends at work, your boss, anyone to give us the information we need. Because not everybody was fortunate to have a mom and dad to tell them the things that, that can help them in certain situations. I tell you like my dad told me. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to remember, and when I remember, I'm going to say it. But we have to work together. So if we're enabling each other to do wrong and or right, we got to identify, one, our own personal problems and our own personal goals. As soon as you're able to do that, cool. As soon as I realized why I was shooting off the hip every so often, I realized I don't have to do it all the time. Yeah, I got bullied. Yeah, I got joked on for having keloids and bubblegum on the side of my face. It's cool. But that isn't everybody's problem. That's collateral damage. For little Jimmy, little Frank teasing me, somebody got to pay for that 20 years later? I should just go on a wild goose chase on a rickshaw looking for Frank. And once I find Frank, boom, then everything is settled. But until then, I got to keep shooting off the hip. If somebody say I got a big head, if somebody say, oh, your eyes is big, you look like Nick Van Axel, cool. I got to eat that. Oh, you got chapped lips. Only people who got chapped lips or have had chapped lips know about chapped lips. So you're going to say something about chapped lips. Enablers. Let's go back to it. You may not tell me because you're reaping the benefits. Yes. You're not going to tell me to change or continue because it hurts you somehow. All right, cool. The food was too hot at IHOP. The food was too hot at IHOP. What do? I'm gonna say something to the waiter. No, because if I say something to the waiter, I don't know how to talk. I'm gonna be embarrassing to you. So what do you say? Oh, I'll just switch the food. Hey, don't switch the food. Let me be me. I want to tell Barbara Ann she messed up on my pancakes. But I want to tell her the way I want to tell her. Hey, yo, B, pancakes a little dry, lady. Need new ones? I like to joke. I'm serious too. How do you know the difference? I'll tell you the difference. People who understand the blueprint. Yes. All of this is going to make sense, ladies and gentlemen. The people who've known me the longest, they know when I'm serious and when I'm not. I'll tell you how you know. I joke a lot. Cool. I don't go hard for the joke. Hey, there's a rock flying in the sky. You look up or you don't, nigga. Made you look? Cool, I move on. No, man, no, but for real, look at the rock, look at the rock. No, seriously, man, for real, look at the rock, look at the rock. No, man, for real, man, the rock, seriously, it's blue. I'm telling you, man, you really gotta trust me. No, I'm not doing that. If you trust me, you trust me. If you know, you know. And like my dad said, still can't remember. Okay, so anyway, the blueprint is there for a reason. You know what you're getting yourself into before you get into it. Period. You know when Uncle Frank starts drinking, it's gonna get a little crazy. Barbecue may be over sooner than we thought. Scratch Uncle Frank. Cool. Kids is getting tired. You know they getting goofy. They ain't listening. She's on her period. Cool. We get it. Oh, he worked all day. Whatever. He hungry. But hey, it's a time and a place. Let the people be the people. You already know how they are. The minute you step in, this is where conflict happens. This is where enabling happens. Right here. You know I'm going to do what I'm going to do. The food is too hot. I have to say something. The minute I'm stopped from saying something, I now have to go about it a whole different way, a way I don't even know how to deal with. So anything can happen at this point. Prime example. Ladies, when you're having sex with your man, after you have sex, say, damn, next time I know you're going to kill it. And see what he says. I'm going there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. 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 See what he says. He's not used to that shit. Fellas, when she cook, tell her next time, damn, I know so-and-so at the potluck at work, her food was way different than this. Watch what happened. You've never said any of these things. These are things you want to say, but you know how they feel. So you don't do it. And or if you do it, guess what's going to happen? All the shits. You say the crab in the bucket. Put humans in a bucket. I'm not letting you stand on my shoulder so this person can stand on my face and this person. No, I'm trying to get out too. So while you're trying to get your shit off, I'm trying to get my shit off. But because we don't have a common goal, you see how I did that? Since we don't have a common goal, we're back at the drawing board. And until we have a common goal, we're going to have these type of, you getting your goals met and I'm not getting mine met. Who's your friends? Why are you leading me down this road if you know I want to go down that road? Exactly. Look around at these people. How many mistakes do you let someone make before it's like, all right, look, you just don't get it. But I know why you don't get it. Because you have deep, dark secrets that you can't divulge. Yes, you don't want to tell me. But I get it. I have them too. And this will explain why I don't like being embarrassed. Or feeling like I'm embarrassed. Why? Because I got teased a lot. Simple as that. But it's easy for me to say it now, but 20 years ago, there's no way. Absolutely not. Sorry, child. You have to find another one. I'm not going to tell you anything. It's hard. It's hard. If I had glass that I really cared about and I handed it to somebody and they dropped it, I would be mad. That's just with glass. I can only imagine with my feelings. You drop the ball with my feelings? Tss. My feelings are so fragile. Do you know me or do you know me? You know, like, hey, yeah, you know Frank? Oh, yeah, I know Frank. Like, oh, I know him. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know him. Or do you know me? Like, oh, yeah, that's my whoop, 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 whoop. Rarely is it that. Because you don't know my favorite color. Do you? No, you don't. And it's okay. Lost my train of thought. With thinking. Boom, here we go. Patience. Patience. With this, we got to go back real quick. With unexplainable behavior. With the unexplainable behavior, that's the only way you know. The only way you know that there's something deep, deep going on. Prime example. I'm not going to say when this was, or I'm not going to say who this was, but I had a friend. He had a girlfriend. They like going, having fun, party, dancing type thing. Not going to say the age or anything like that. But, it was a thing that they like to do. Boom. He got to the point where it was like, that ain't really my thing no more. I don't really like going out. So, she still went out. Still doing the thing and all that. He get a call like, hey, your girl in here wilding, she in here dancing on dudes and all that. Like, he like, what? No problem, bam. She come home. They have a talk. Hey, why when you go to the club you gotta dance with guys? You know what I'm saying? And she go, oh, I can't dance. Like, I can't just dance by myself. Like, but you don't have to grind and do all that, and the pond, the rivers, and all that type of shit. While you dancing, like it's cool. You know what I mean? So, and it's like, you mean to tell me you can't dance by yourself? And I get it. It's like, you want to feel a certain type of thing, and, you want the sexy and all that type of stuff. It's like, cool. You know what I mean? Like, but say that then. So I told him, like, have you ever asked her, like, is it like a man thing? Have you ever wanted to, like, be with another man or, like, whatever? And he's like, nah, she just keeps saying, like, why would I just dance by myself if I'm, like, dancing? And then I was like, all right, man, will you ask her, like, if you dance with girls and they was grinding all up on you the same way she's dancing and grinding up on them, would she have a problem? And he was like, man, she's like, yeah, she have a problem. Like, she'll be all in the bitch face and woo, 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 woo. Oh, and I said, well, that doesn't make any sense. And he said, I know. And I said, unexplainable behavior. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, ask your friends, why do you do what you do? It's been 2 years. You're still doing that? Girl, you still trying to lose weight? Hey, man, you still trying to hit the gym? You still working on a plan? What's stopping you from growing? And wait a minute, you haven't grown. I haven't grown. Because I'm telling you the same thing about the same thing. So, you almost, again, back, if you're the smartest person in the room, if you're the smartest person in the room, sometimes it go back to the number thing too. Sometimes we are a 8 to 5s as friends, as people with information. Information-wise, we could be an 8. So then we have to ask, why is an 8 dealing with a 5? Deep, dark, personal reasons. So bam, take me for instance. I got bullied. I got teased. So if I see that, there's a high chance of me stepping in to stop it just based off of that. No offense to the 5 being bullied, but the experiences that I have made it easy for me to step in, to whereas the 5 continues to be a 5. I was a 5 at one point, as far as being bullied and standing up for myself. Then you kind of grow, but until I could step in for him and be like, and this goes back to the enabling. If I don't step up and tell him that, hey, I went through this, I went through that, you can learn from this and learn from that, he may never get his power. His power. And if hold on, text my wife, she should hear this. Get their power, because you're not enabling. If you have a thing to where it's like, oh, I feel really good saving all these people all the time, I just want to save, by not giving them the tools to get out of their situation, and or they just don't get it and leaving them alone to fend for themselves, then you potentially are hurting them and yourself at the same time. Collateral damage. If we don't recognize what we're doing, why we're doing it, you guys are like Nino Brown. If I go down, everybody goes down. And you don't even know it. That's what I'm saying. It's deep. So we have to look at the people that we are around, because we're only going to be as good as the people that we have in our lives. And if the people that we have in our lives have problems, we're going to have problems. No offense to them, but are you willing to go down for somebody else's lack of change and growth? Or do you want to continue to fuel your pride and ego on the help of what you didn't or did go through back then for someone else? Jordon'S World, ladies and gentlemen, voice is going. I gotta save it. I had to chop all this shit up. I had to stop it with Ice Cream Man, all kind of shit. Jordon'S World. I can't stop here. Part 2 of episode 7 coming soon. Fuck. This is some good shit. I gotta just save my voice though, because I feel it going out. Part 2 coming soon. WM4T.TV, Jordon'S World, with my toys, bang bang, all that.
I do this for my culture, penny nickels in the sofa, mommy watching Oprah, daddy in the kitchen with the soda.
Okay, it's wood model for toys, it's not 3, buddy.